Hello guys, welcome back once again to my channel. If today your first time stopping by the way, my name is FENTY. So in today's video, I'm just tackling a sensitive topic that I've been dealing with personally for some time now, and I would like to share the information during the time, what I have learned, that it might be of help to anybody out there. But before we dive into the video, I am just throwing it out there. I am not a dermatologist. I am just showing you guys what I did that it helped me. Maybe it might help you, but what I learned throughout my process is that you have to know yourself. You have to know the type of skin that you have. You don't have to follow anybody on YouTube. You can watch one or YouTube videos that I personally, which I did, but apart from all of that, don't just be buying anything. Just get to know yourself really well before you jump into it. And on your screens, I will just be showing on pictures of the before and after. Now, what I am dealing with now. I already have sunscreen on my face, which is one of the most important thing I have. What I'm going to do now is to moisturize my face, and of course, what I'm going to use is DANESSA MYRICKS beauty oil. That's what I use to moisturize my face, because the type of skin that I have and the things that I am dealing with, it's always good for me personally to keep my skin moisturized. I found out that I have ingrown hair when I started having some rashes underneath my chin and around my jaw area. That is when I found out that I am having ingrown hair. But before that, I didn't know it was ingrown. I thought it was pimple, because it came out before like pimple. And so, like, I am the one, I will be honest with you guys, I cannot keep my hands off my face, so I will just try to plug it out. And by doing that, I noticed it was quite painful, and nothing of that sort. Like, if I say nothing of that sort, this whitish fluid that always come out of pimple will not just pop up, but rather it will be water, and the water will cause some redness on my face that it will be so uncomfortable and painful at the same time. And then after a few days later, it will be black. If I say it will be black, it will be dark, like literally dark. And I noticed that from this place it will move to the other place, and it will move to the other place, and it was just kind of like, it came all of a sudden for me, all of a sudden. And it was quite emotional for me, because I am one person which is quite sensitive when it comes to my face. I take a lot of time, and just imagine what I was just battling with at that time. I never knew I had ingrown. I was thinking I had pimple which will not go, and it kept on going, and I had not seen any hair at that time. So later on, we are just jumping in. I'll throw on the screen for you to know what I'm talking about. Around my jaw area, my chin was just black of eyebrow. Like, once I noticed I was dealing with acne, and this time around it was quite serious. And so I started with skincare. I started to watch YouTube videos like we all normally do. Now I know what I am dealing with, so I was just looking for solutions. I know I was dealing with ingrown and hyperpigmentation. And so when I come to YouTube, I'll just be searching things to prevent that ingrown and what to do. And there were a lot of products that I used that it didn't work for me. That one I also threw on the pictures on the screen for me, what it didn't work for me and what worked for me. I just want to share with you guys. So then I started doing research on YouTube, and I found out that 10 Skin helps razor balm, because it left like a razor balm on my face and it became like scar. I know whoever is dealing with this knows what I'm talking about. And so for me, I wanted to stop the razor bumps that it was giving me, because I am a woman. I shouldn't have those things on my face. That's what I was thinking. And I am young, you know. I thought for you to have ingrown, you have to be of certain age before you will have ingrown. But I noticed in my case, I'm young and I am dealing with ingrown. How? Because like if I was in my, I don't want to just throw out any age, but I would have accepted it. But at this young age, I was not just buying it. So we are just moving on. Today, the foundation that I would love to use is my FENTY Beauty Hydrating Long Wear. It's quite a long time since I used this foundation. Before I use my FENTY, I would like to color correct, because in my case, color correcting plays a major role in my makeup routine. I have to color correct to hide any blemishes, to make my makeup look flawless. In my case, color correcting is a must, so I'm just going to color correct first with you guys, and I'm starting around my affected areas. You've been with me for quite a long time, and I will link up below or down below that video that I'm talking about. I started with ordinary, and they said if you are dealing with hyperpigmentation and all those kind of stuff, you need niacinamide, azelaic acid, and a whole lot of things that I bought in that video. You can check that out, guys. So I bought what I needed at that time, and I started with skincare, and I bought a few other things which I would throw on the screens for you because I would forget the names while I'm filming. So I started with facial cleansing morning and evening, and using all the things that I bought, and I thought it would help me with my razor bumps and my hyperpigmentation and all those kind of stuff. I don't know how to classify that, but it was not improving. It was not improving. After 6 months, getting to a year, I didn't see any good results. So I got fed up and I got tired, because I'll be buying this, I will say it will do this, it won't do it, and then it kept on getting wet, and my jaw area kept on getting darker, because the hair, when you pull out the hair, it will come, and the ones that will come, I don't know if it's because of the pressure that I used to pull it, it will just come with a bump, and automatically when the bump comes, it will leave you with a scar, and it will be there. And so it was just a cross-90 work that I am doing. Me taking out the hair is causing more irritation on my skin and making it more darker, whilst I couldn't also live with having hairs on my face. So it was just a battle between me and the hairs on my face, which I didn't want. And so up and down with the hair and trying this and trying that, I stopped using tweezers, and then I started to shave. It got even worse. It got even worse. Like seriously, with shaving, it would just like my face would be just very, very sleek. When you shave, all the hairs are gone. But the next day, the irritation will start, and the bumps will be here and there, and I was just sorry for myself. And it was so depressing at that time. I couldn't feel consistently, because I was just dealing with a lot in my private life, with my skin and all those things going on. And I felt like if I put on makeup, it will cause more irritation. And I was filming continuously with YouTube, because I do YouTube. And so I was just like, okay, I'll be breaking how I film. So it made me not regular like how I used to be filming. And I started focusing on the treatment. I don't know if you can notice what I was talking about. You see, it's gone. I don't have the bumps or razor thin anymore, but I have some scars. So when I put on foundation, you see the scars peeping through. It's better now, but I wish it's gone. So I am just sticking to my daily makeup, my daily skincare routine, and I believe with time, everything needs time. It will just go. And even if it don't go, it's my skin. I am grateful. I am alive. It doesn't cause anything bad to me. I will live with it. There are much worse things in this world as this problem. So I wouldn't let it take my joy and make me look sad. That skin change, even if you give birth, your body will change. You won't be the same. So just learn how to appreciate the gift of life and try to love yourself, because nobody will love you. Nothing that will happen to you it comes to destroy you, but how you respond to it is what is important. So the beginning of all those that I have been through, it made me sad, it made me depressed and all those kind of things. But as time went on, I've learned to accept my skin, and I have learned to love me for who I am, and not one of this. After I got fed up buying all those ordinary products and it was not working, I went to a dermatologist, somebody who is specialized in skin problem. But maybe you don't have that opportunity to go to a dermatologist. But if you do, I am just begging you to just go to your dermatologist. Have them look at what you are dealing with. If it's a normal hyperpigmentation acne, you are safe. But if you are dealing with ingrown, that is leaving hyperpigmentation and scars on your face, that is another thing. So they will know what medication they can give to you. But in my case, I just got this thing. I'll just show it on the screen because I don't have it around me. I am just being very honest with you. I'm just being 100% honest with you. The things that I use, that is what I am showing. There's no need for me to lie to you guys. It won't give me anything. So this cream to use on my face. Beginning, I didn't see anything it's quite irritating when you use it on your face. You can only buy it when a doctor prescribes to you. Apart from that, you can't just buy it. So this is what I got from my doctor to use, and I personally have my cleanser, and I have to throw this out there. Every cleanser that I use has to have azelaic acid, because azelaic acid helps with ingrown. It's when you cleanse your face with it too, it just frees your skin so that the hair underneath will just come on, so you can just take it out. But for me, tweezers didn't help, razor blade didn't help, and I have never also tried using this method or waxing. I have never tried waxing, but I tried the threading, that Indian way of threading hair from our face. It didn't also help. So after some time, I kept on trying things here and there, and then I found what worked for me. So I used only one product from Ordinary, that is their azelaic acid, the 10% one, and my skin Zorda is in German, like azelaic acid in English, but the 20% one from my doctor. That's what I use. And what do I use? I use this cleanser to also cleanse my face, but not always. And the azelaic acid, I use it twice or 3 times in a week, depending on my busy schedules. For those of you who don't know, I work, so I can't do like YouTube like full time, and it depends on my schedule. Like I said, if I have time, I will use it 3 times in a week. If I don't, I will just use it 2 times in a week. So jumping on, I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty concealer. It's obvious I use the foundation, so definitely I will use their concealer. So guys, after I got to know that, okay, these are the products that is helping me, everything was almost cleared. And then I went to, one day I was just doing my skincare, something that I promised not to do again, I did. I used a razor blade to shave all my facial hair, and wow, my skin got irritated again, and I have to start all over again because the irritation was so bad that Like, I don't know how to describe, and I started using all the products in here, and gradually I noticed it was just fading away. And I noticed that when I go out, I see a lot of young people like myself and even adult people that are dealing with ingrown hair, especially women, that we don't talk about because it's not a thing for a woman to have facial hair, and it becomes difficult for us to accept such things when it happens to us. And so I decided to share this part of my life. Maybe I will encourage you someone out there, that it's okay. It's okay for you to have ingrown hair. It's normal. It's something that you yourself, you have no control of, because it's about the hormonal imbalance that causes ingrown. Me, for instance, I have never seen my mom having ingrown hair on her face. It's not something that I would say genetic. Maybe my grandmother, I don't know. But I never saw my mom battling that. And so I never thought a day will come I will be battling that. But life is very unpredictable. I got to have it. So I have to find a way to accept me and live with it. And so if you are a lady out there who is battling with ingrown, it's okay to have it. But that shouldn't stop you from being the woman that you want to be, or stop you from putting on makeup, because such times when such things happen in our life, the people around us, I mean our loved ones, they will say, oh, you're putting on too much makeup, that's why it's caused. Ingrown hair has nothing to do with makeup. Trust me, I stopped makeup for like 6 months. There was nothing on my face, just going on with my medication, and it was just getting worse and worse. You know, so for me personally, it has nothing to do with you not putting on makeup or putting on makeup. What you have to know is that it has to do with your hormones, and you have no control of your hormones and how they should react in your body. But what I want to tell you is to have the confidence that you've lost back. It's quite important. Put on your nice dress. Try and find a remedy for your ingrown hair too. It won't go away, but you can subsidize it. For me, I noticed that you can never cure acne and hyperpigmentation, but it can be reduced and controlled. So I know how to control it, and I know how to reduce it, and I know the type of makeup I have to have. And even if it's obvious, it's my skin, and I love it. I won't let this stop me from living, and won't be a barrier for me to be who I want to be. I am here to educate, to entertain, and to inform you guys, and that's what I do, you know. So that was just by the way. So MAC mineralized powder to set everything in place. So I noticed that everything that I was using at that moment, the things that really worked for me, it's what I stick to it until now. I don't have any problem with ingrown. For me personally, I have never tried laser, and so I cannot talk about that. But right now, if you want to know what I use, I still use tweezers, but based on the products that I use now, I don't have irritation or reaction after I use the tweezers, which right now I stick only to the tweezers, and I don't use razor blade because my skin reacts to it very bad. And so I noticed razor blade is a no for me, and I don't thread anymore because it also gives me reaction. And the only thing that really works for me is tweezing. So I tweeze, and then afterwards I exfoliate, and then I use all the products that I showed you guys on the screens. That's it. And so this is what I do, and this is what has helped me till this now. I hope this video was so helpful and informative as you thought it would be. And I love using this lipstick from FENTY. I just love it. So guys, this brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you liked the look I created, and I hope all the information that I threw out there was so helpful. And I believe from now onwards, you have that confidence in yourself, even though you are battling with skin disease or any type of thing. It doesn't stop you from becoming who you are, and it won't change. So you have to change and adapt to that situation. If you like the look I created, please don't forget to like my video, subscribe, and share. Follow me on all social media platforms.